Okay, so this is going to be a quick video on how to make one of my rings. I've had a couple people ask me how. It's not going to be that technical, and I'm still learning, so I'm going to try to edit it the best I can to at least people understand what I'm saying. Okay, here we go. So this is the ring that I will be making. Kind of hard to tell. I'll put a better picture in the thing. So what this is going to be 2mm wire, 4 of them twisted together, and then we take those and we twist those together. But how you do it is important, because the design will come out wrong if you don't. So first thing I'm going to do, as I have marked over here how much wire I'm going to need. So first thing I'm going to do is come up, I'm going to cut off 125mm, or if you want it standard, it's going to be 5 inches. I realize that's enough to make me close to 2 rings. So sometimes I do a little bit over, so I have enough room to pound on the anvil. So I'm just going to go through. I had some leftover copper wire from when I did a house project a long time ago, and that is what I've been using to learn how to do this, and it's been saving me a lot of money. Copper wire that goes in the house is 100% copper. So now comes the fun part, which you're bored out of your mind. I'm just going to strip the wires. I don't have a wire strip or nothing, so I do it the old-fashioned way. When people buy this stuff from you, they don't realize how much time it takes to set up to do one of your rings. They don't realize the planning, how much material it takes, how much time it takes you just to get it everything put together to do anything with it. Now I'm gonna ramble on, because if I don't, this is gonna get extremely boring. I think I've only been doing this maybe 3 months now. I may have to do this video in sections, because I really don't know if I have enough video on my phone to do the entire video. I guess I'll have to wait and see. There'll have to be a part 1 and a part 2. After I post the video, I would love to see how other people do things. So now, I'm going to take all the wires that I have, and I'm going to bend them in a circle a little bit, just so it fits in my my pickle pot after I'm done here. And I'm going to anneal these. So, with some of you that don't understand it, annealing is the process of heating up the copper so it becomes bendable again. Very, very bendable. Now, I don't know the technical term. That's all I know. When you're pounding on copper, it does this thing called work hardening, which causes it to get harder and harder the more you work on it. It'll start to rainbow. You don't have to do it for too long. You'll start to get that rainbow color and it'll turn dark. So then what I do is my pickle pot is all set up. So I'm gonna pull this off. So I'm just gonna grab these, put them one by one in my pickle pot. I'm sorry, I don't know how to flip the phone around. Okay, so now I pulled them out of the pickle pot. I am going to straighten them a little bit. I don't have all the tools that everybody else has, so I just deal with what I got. Makeshift anvil. Get my wires straight. 2 sets of 2mm wire. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a pair of vice grips to grab the ends of them. I have my vise here. I'm gonna put one end in the vise so I don't have to hold on to both sides. One thing that's important is make sure your wire is cut to this exact same length, all 4 of them. It helps when you're bending them so they don't come out of the vise on you. So I'm going to put one set in there. Tighten it up. This is where I grab my pliers. And I'm going to put them at the end here. Tighten it up really good. Some people like using a power tool to do this. I like to do it by hand because I can feel the tension and how much I need. So now I'm just going to keep twisting it. I'm going to watch to see how much I need. This is depending on what you want, how tight you want it, how when you make the ring. So I'm going to keep going until I see a nice pattern I like. That's good. So I don't know if you can see it that good because it might not be in there that good, but it's wound up. So now I'm just going to take the next one and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Now I don't know if some of you are watching me going, what is he doing? Normally right about now I've got Barry Manilow blaring and the neighbors are trying to decide if my choices are worth their time. So I'm going to keep spinning it. Get the next one ready. This is when I'll grab the other one I just did. I'll set it up here and I'll look. I'll try to match it. And I'll keep going until it looks like I have about the same. If it's off a little bit. Now once I have it, I go one more. Locks it in. Okay, now we got 2 of them. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take the ends of these and I'm going to turn them to where I can grab 2 of these ends in the vice grips at the same time without them coming undone on me. I'm going to put those in the vice grips together, line them up together, put them in the vice grips. However you're going to twist this baby around. In the jaws of life here. This is where it's important to make sure both sets are in there good. You see that? They fall. If you don't put them in there right and good, what's going to happen is while you're twisting both of them together, they're going to come loose. And it's going to mess up the entire thing. So I tighten it down really good. So I'm going to grab the vice grips again. I'm going to grab the end of both of them. Pinch them together. Sometimes this is a little harder the way they are. As you can see, they want to bind up on me. And I'm sure someone else has a better way of doing this. Tighten that baby up. Ooh, that did not look good. All right. So sometimes what I have to do is unwind an end. because I did it too much. I'll most likely cut that portion out. Alrighty. Now we're tying these puppies together. Okay, so this is where, because I twisted the wires, they were hardened. So now they're harder. So I'm gonna anneal them again. You can do this before you do this or after, like I am. Either way, it really doesn't matter. Probably safer to do it on your brick. All I'm doing is heating them up till I see them start to go change color a little bit. The rainbow effect. Dorothy will tell you, over the rainbow. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to start twisting. So the lighting sucks in here, but I want to keep tension on it as I'm twisting it. Now this is subjective to who's ever doing it, how hard you want to tighten it. Okay, so I'm back. So now we're going to pound this down into the shape that we want. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to nail it again. And this is where you get all your frustrations out. Flip it over. You're going to want to use something to hold on to it really good. That's why I use the vice grips, because it's hot. Then I'll anneal it. I'm constantly annealing it. So it stays soft. Now I'm going to go to the side. I'm going to tap it to flatten out the sides. As you can see, if you don't do that, the ends stick out pretty far. So flip it over, do it again. I'm going to anneal it again. And that's the process. So here we go. Gives it character. I think that looks pretty good for now. So we're going to cool it down. Drop it in water. Here is the piece after I cut everything off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mandrel. I'm going to go back to my 12. I'm going to wrap it around. Right now I'm not really worried about where it lands. I just want to see it land completely on there. So I'm going to pull it down to where it's even bigger than what it's supposed to be. I'm going to tap it around the ring mandrel to get a nice, I can already tell I'm way too long, way too big. So this is the problem I'm having, is trying to figure out where them is. So I'll bring this back up. Yeah, this is the problem I'm having, is trying to figure out how much to cut off. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll go up to half, like 11 and a half. And I will, because this kind of ring stretches. It stretches because it's all bound up. So I'm gonna come and I'm gonna cut off this side here. It doesn't look as straight. Cut me a little more off right here. And hopefully that will give me my size 12. And this is the fun of not knowing how to do the right math.